Hello, my name is Rouxchelle Denton-Cooke and I own a Pilates studio in Robina called Keola Wellness and Pilates. I've been doing Pilates for more than 10 years. We opened up in April 2014. So the equipment that we use is designed by a team of specialists, so exercise science professionals and physiotherapists, physical therapists, along with engineers who then work at how to develop the equipment to best suit the exercise programming. So Stop Pilates often gets referred to as the Ivy League within the Pilates field. They've taken Joseph Pilates' original method and they've basically dissected it and then reprogrammed and put it together with some basic principles of modern science. So the original method was all with Joseph Pilates' understanding of how babies are born with flat spines, and new science shows that we have 3 normal curves for our spines, which is due to gravity and development, and everybody's bony structures are slightly different, so their programming is done so that it can suit everybody. So it doesn't matter what sort of injuries you might have, there will always be a modification for it. Their programming also allows for modifications for people with injuries all the way through to athletic people. So you'll have an exercise with a breakdown of how to introduce it to somebody with an injury or how to make it more difficult for somebody who's quite strong. The classes we offer at Keola are from Pilates, mat Pilates, equipment Pilates, and then we do total bar classes as well as some yoga on the reformer. Our classes are catered for group classes up to 10 people in a class, and then also smaller groups which are limited to 4 or 5 people in a class. And then we do semi-private lessons as well as private lessons. We start as early as 6 a.m. in the morning. Some private lessons may start at 5 a.m. in the morning, but our group classes and studio classes are scheduled to run from 6:30 or 6 a.m. on the hour, Monday through to Friday. And then our last class is scheduled at 6:30 p.m. in the evening. If you already have an exercise regime, you can add Pilates to complement it. It helps to prevent injury, so if it's just an add-on to what you're already doing, it will complement it well in that way. But you can do Pilates every day, not necessarily doing anything else, because it's a good way of building strength without building the bulk. So if you're wanting to gain strength without looking bulky like you do in the gym, this is where you will come, as well as a whole lot of other benefits as well. There is not really any sort of minimum or maximum age, as long as they are able to understand what we've got to say. It could be as young or as little as toddlers, all the way through to the quite elderly. If somebody were to come into the studio with an injury, we would recommend that they do at least 1 private, maybe even 2, and then we would guide them into a small group. So they'll be part of a studio group session where we can then allow for their modifications to take place, and it's easier for us to monitor it rather than putting them into a big group where they don't have that smaller group ratio to the instructor. Our clients range from school students all the way through to our oldest client who is 74. They range from being fit and healthy, so we have the Olympic kayaking team who come to the studio as well as some stuntmen, but we have also people with injuries, pre and postnatal clients, and then people with knee injuries currently. In our studio, we have between 25 and 30% of our clients are men, and a lot of them actually are part of the kayaking team, and obviously the stunt men, we don't have any stunt women in at the moment. And then we just have some general public coming in as well. So the best way to come and see the studio or be a client at Keola Wellness and Pilates is to go to our website, keolawellness.com.au, and if you go to the classes tab, you click on where to start, and then it will prompt you to create a little profile, and once you're on there, you just book your first intro session, which happens usually on a Monday evening at 6:30. You don't have to pay straight away, you can just book and then come and see the studio if you like. Or you can book a private so which you'll see on your profile as well. Instead of booking a class, you would book a private session with either myself or one of the other instructors, which gives us time to assess your body and go through the basic principles of alignment before you enroll into any of our classes. You can contact us on 042 33 77 878 if you have any questions before you sign up to any of our classes.